in the Mozambique, somewhere.
We've lost our rudder.
We're changing course to go to Maputo in South Africa.
See you guys. We're nearly there.
Lekker. Looks like we're clear of the cyclone. It's about to make landfall in Madagascar, so it shouldn't affect us at all. And we decided we're gonna sail all the way to Bazaruto, but guess what happened this morning? The wind completely died on us, like 0 knot wind. So we thought, we're still coastal, might as well pull over at one of the beautiful uninhabited islands, so we can have a swim and some lunch.
Bone.
Oh,
Look at the size of it.
full on whale carcass.
Yeah. It's a spine.
That is.
Soon after leaving the Primaris, we caught the Mozambique current. So we just kicked back, enjoyed the light winds and the calm seas, and let the current do all the work pushing our boat along. We even had a pod of dolphins coming to play with us.
Can't get too relaxed on the ocean. Approaching Bazaruto Island, we had some confused seas to navigate. 8 metres. Well, you know, we're going through just under 1 knot. So I push through that.
Current.
Yeah. Try to squeeze through that little channel there.
That is crazy. Look at those. That's like full on breakers.
Mozambique, what a weird place. We're encountering a lot of that at the moment.
Craziness. Every place we go in Mozambique is its own way of craziness.
Yeah, Mozambique Channel, all these places you go into for these little bays, all have these currents, shallows, deep, and then all these currents.
Bazaruto Archipelago is a superb marine national park and a very unique place. Off the mainstream travel routes, it's also an underrated stop for yachties, who often use it as a sheltered bay to hide from the weather when sailing from Madagascar to South Africa. We ended up spending a few days in Bazaruto, and we took an opportunity to explore the island.
We just pulled up to Bazaruto. Funny enough, immediately we have a nurse court of about 12 kids. The weather is not that great, crazily, but we ran out of fresh food. So we thought we'll try and find a shop here, buy some tomatoes and onions. But, the boys took us here to the city centre. To the
city centre?
Supermarket.
Okay, city centre.
Let's have a look what supermarket has.
Maybe Coca-Cola.
Fine. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, and you?
I'm fine. What do you want, please?
Can I get 3 bottles of Coke?
Coca-Cola.
Si. 3.
So today we decided to take off to the town called Inhazoro, which is on mainland Mozambique. The reason for this trip is we started running out of food and we couldn't find any fresh food in Bazaruto.
Funny enough, since we were the only boat that actually had customs clearance and visas, we decided to go and do a quick provision run to the mainland to pick up some diesel and some food. We asked the other yachties that arrived into the anchorage if they required some as well. They were actually arrived from Madagascar, hiding away from the nasty weather that was coming up through the Mozambique Channel. So that island there is called Paradise Island, also known as Carolina Island. Bob Dylan actually stayed there once many years ago, and it actually inspired him to write the song Mozambique. Derelict building sitting over there, so I'm not sure about the resort, but we do know there is a resort here of some sort, perhaps on the other side of the island.
some snorkeling.
Bazaruto is a fantastic spot for snorkeling and diving, where the water is really warm, clear and teeming with so many fish. The dolphins, whale sharks and even endangered dugongs are spotted in these waters.
Captain, why are you drinking before passage? The bite. We met an absolutely wonderful bunch of people here in Paradise Island. They're from South Africa.
Yes. So these guys actually live in Johannesburg, and we wanted to go snorkeling. They said, hey, take our boat with one of our boys. They'll take you to a snorkeling spot.
And then they gave us some rum. And then they also gave us some food, and they were so hospitable and so friendly, absolutely amazing.
Really nice people. And incidentally, they actually live on this island pretty much most of the year, but they've got to go back for work as of tomorrow.
And we have to go back to Bazaruto now because we have groceries and diesel to deliver.
Next on our agenda was a walk to the elusive sand dunes. We buddied up with Carlos&Linda from Mirniy Okean and headed off to explore the island on foot.
See, there's a track, but maybe we should walk along that track and comes around.
Maybe there's a crossing there.
Yeah, let's do it. What do you think, huh?
Do you think it's a track? Oh yeah, it looks like a
Oh, 100% it's a track. I'm from Australia, honey.
Yes.
Welcome home.
Oh, that's the sand dune. That looks much further away.
Wow. Hello. Jumbo. No, this is a full-on hut. There's lights, there's a gas lantern and everything here. Wow. An estimated 5,000 people inhabit the islands. Most of them are still leading to traditional life and villages living off the sea and the land. What was that stuff called, Jen?
Chima.
Fetching the water at Bazaruto is considered a woman's job. Ladies of all ages flock to the wells for some fresh water and, to be honest, I think a bit more village gossip instead.
But it looked much.
It looked a lot closer.
In the Mozambique, somewhere in the sand.
That's narrowed it down. Thank you for that narrative. Carlos, where are we?
We are in Bazaruto,
Bazaruto!
taking the long way to the dunes.
Okay. That's a short way, man, I'm sure. So what's happening? What's going on?
We had to turn around because we are walking and the sand dunes are going further and further and further away from us.
Okay.
They must be a mirage in the desert.
It's a mirage in the desert, and we're lucky we've got some water though.
So time is already 3:15, so it's best that we turn around and go back.
Because we need to get some beers.
Yes.
It's a pub. Funny, Carlos said, we just saw a guy walking the track, and Carlos said, I bet you the guy come from the pub. And we're like, oh yeah, pub. And lo and behold, we find one.
Stumbled upon a pub in the middle of Bazaruto. Disco. That's the DJ.
Close your eyes. Put your hand out. Close your eyes. We never actually made it to the sand dunes. I guess we just keep going the wrong way and getting lost or distracted by other things. Nevertheless, Bazaruto was a great place to hang out for a few days with some really awesome people. What are we doing, Jen?
We're ready to leave Bazaruto and we're ready to leave Mozambique. It's dark outside. We didn't expect to leave at night, but the weather window is pretty short. It's just over 3 days to get to Richards Bay before the next load of saddleys. So we decided we're gonna leave at night. We've got Heaven's Door, another boat ahead of us, already in Mozambique Channel. Same conditions are not the best, but manageable. And we've got Mirniy Okean that we're gonna go out together with. The guys actually have their own YouTube channel called 22 Degrees South. Check it out. And we'll see you guys in Richards Bay. Mozambique's finished, on to South Africa.
Cool. we've lost our rudder. The whole rudder is completely missing on the starboard side. We are in a bit of shit at the moment here, Jenya. And I'm not sure that we should be filming this. Honestly, we are pretty well. We're stuck in the Mozambique Channel. We have a 5 knot current that's pushing us. We've got waves pushing up at 2 meters. Puts the starboard rudder or propeller in a reverse position, so causes drag to compensate the actual port's rudder to see if we can get a balance in the boat. And at the moment, right now, I've got a balance. We've radioed Carlos and Linda on their boats. They're ahead of us about 4 or 5 miles. They're going to be keeping a post with us. We're going to keep continuously speaking to see if we have to pull into Maputo or we can make it all the way to Richards Bay. Our best bet is to make it to Richards Bay for the haul out. But if we can't, we're not going to make it because of this bloody this weather window that's pushing up on the 21st.
What's our deadline?
That's our deadline. Now we're supposed to be maintaining 5.5 to 6 knots, and we're doing it now. Fingers crossed. Tell you what, and it happened at night.
There was
No bang. No bang. It was absolutely nothing. I was sitting there watching a movie. No bang. One earphone in, just looking at the stars. No bang, and all of a sudden we just veered straight off course. So we kept steering and steering and steering, and the autopilot just wasn't doing a damn thing. So
we dropped the mainsail up. So we just dropped the mainsail because we were going at 8, 9, 10 knots, so we had to drop the mainsail altogether. Fill the headsail in as much as we can because the current is strong enough. So we have to keep it slow. We can't go any faster than this. So we're just everything, all the sails in and heading along at 4.5, 5.5 knots. But 4.5 is not enough for us to make the deadline. So tomorrow morning we'll have to reassess this and redivert to Maputo if we have to. So we'll still need to understand what happened. We're not sure whether the whole rudder is missing or it's just the fiberglass shell. Doesn't make our situation any better at the moment. But yes, I suppose we'll have to wait until morning. We'll just paddle on and wait until morning to see if we can get some light on the situation. Hello.
Fill us in.
So we're really done with Mozambique. But it doesn't look like Mozambique is done with us just yet. We have made a decision to divert to Maputo. We're not making the deadline to Richards Bay before the next load of saddle is hit, and we just decided we can't risk it with very little diesel we have and no rudder. So we're changing course to go to Maputo and spend two nights there on anchorage to wait for the next window to Richards Bay.
The coast of Mozambique doesn't have many sheltered bays to hide from the nasty southerly winds. These winds, blowing against the powerful Agulhas current, create waves well over 10 meters tall. This was not something we were prepared to brave, let alone on one rudder. So we managed to tuck into Maputo Bay just before the next bout of bad weather hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure about these dark clouds that are coming in, so I'm sitting here watching the wind instruments. And the mid-20s at the moment. Good anchorage.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good anchorage. Like we're sort of pulling back and forth on our chain.
We were hoping that the worst is behind us, but it could be still coming. We'll find out next 2 or 3 hours.
We will.
What we picked out from the conversation before is boats reporting weather conditions. And so what we've picked up are the weather conditions are 35 knots and gusts to 45 knots.
Whoa.
I'm suspecting that the boat's anchored outside the bay there.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Are we done with Mozambique?
We're finished with Mozambique.
Is Mozambique finished with us?
No.
We don't care because we are leaving to go to South Africa today.
Anyway, we anchored last night and it was horrendous. So Jenny and I spent up most of the night watching everything, prepared the second anchor in case we have a chain break or we drag.
Yeah, we pretty much had 30 knots winds, current against it, and side swell.
Yeah. So the currents we looked at, I was actually fishing last night, so I dropped the rod in last night, fishing because the current was going 5 knots past us. So I could have caught fish if we had a chance.
Anyway,
we're
I
off.
think we are done.
Now,
over and out. See you guys in South Africa. In South Africa.
See you guys. We're nearly there.
Lekker.
One more. Lekker.
mile. Is the day we're gonna be in Richards Bay. Richards Bay Port Control, Richards Bay Port Control, Richards Bay Port Control. So sailing yacht Cassius, sailing yacht Cassius, sailing yacht Cassius on channel 12.